Alright, last day of spring break, and I've just finished, or almost finished, with my solar stand. This took a lot of scratching of heads, mostly mine, to figure out how I was going to put this together. So I have two components. I have this back piece, and then I have the front piece, the two main components. These are right at 9 feet in length. And the other issue I had is because I knew I wasn't going to be able to change the angle, I needed to kind of split the difference as far as what's a good angle for the spring and summer, because that's when I primarily will be utilizing the electricity, or at least that's when it will be, electricity will be the most expensive. So I went with 70 degrees, which is prime time for May and prime angle for this part of Oklahoma in August as well. Right in the 70 degrees. In the wintertime, it's a much more severe angle. Okay, so I took off, see the other two panels laying over there, just so you can see the structure of this. So those are just 2x4s, and I cut basically a 20-degree angle sliver there, and screwed that whole thing together. That was a lot easier, just cutting that at the 20 degrees, thus giving us a quick trig lesson or geometry, a 70-degree angle of the panels. These, you can see, this is not bolted on there yet, but I was just trying to figure out sizing. Those are going to be bolted, or these bolted, and this was a scrap metal from the Restore I just had in my backyard that I bought actually last summer, looking for a use. And whatever, the hardest part of this was to get the spacing correct. The panels, if you look at the back, one of these, so there are 4 screws, so I've already put bolts, I've already put the 4 bolts in, and then this just sits right in the 4 holes, and then they'll be bolted on. I'll just throw another washer and a nut on the other side, and they should be secure. The last thing is to figure out how to attach the 2 wooden parts, the frame, to the top of the pergola. But that's going to have to wait for a different day. I also got I received my wire, 250 feet of 10-2 low voltage landscaping wire. It's used for like outdoor lights and sprinkler systems and whatnot. I got that roll of that in, so I can run this, instead of doing the junction box on the deck, I'm going to actually I'll have enough cable to run the wires into the garage area, and then have the junction box there. That's going to save me having to buy some 2-aught, or at least number 2 probably, is what I was looking at, cable from the outside to inside the garage. So that saves me probably $100. I'm going to pause this real quick and throw these other panels. Alright, so it's the full set. The bottom right panel looks a little off just because that got rained on when they were outside. So that's just some dust. I'm going to wipe that off. I'm really pleased how this ended up. But this is probably, at the end of the day, the easy part. The hard part is getting this nonsense on top of the pergola, and then bolting it all together. So now I get to dismantle the whole thing and put it in the garage again until it is finally ready. This should be producing 600 watts of electricity right now. So, very pleased. Anyway, thanks for watching.